Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Mass Effect 3. Okay, so we saved the kids at Grissom Academy and they are helping us out, which is all very nice. So I guess it's time to find whatever troubles are coming along next. So if we have a bit of a look at the Alliance, let's see. Kaylee Sanders, we managed to save her, also a friend of Anderson, which is very nice. We've also saved Jack and... where are they? They... Eden Prime... Yeah, Eden Prime support. There we go. Oh, wait a second. No, it's not. Those are the, what do we call that? Basically resistance to Cerberus occupation. Okay, well, either way, I'm sure there is probably a note somewhere saying that we have... here we go. Some of more technically minded students were saved from Cerberus, and they're also helping out work on some things. So very, very good. That is delightful. Our assets are increasing. That's also helped us with some Prothean data files for the Crucible and the Turians. We found a flotilla at some point, so yeah, very glad to be able to get them away from the Reapers. Alright, so question is, where do we go next? Well, I'm thinking we still have plenty of stuff to find, so I'm thinking maybe we go for a little bit of a zip around the galaxy. See if we can find some things worth scanning.
Soon enough. All those refugees have to go somewhere.
Alright.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
Alright, let's go ahead and check out our terminal since we're here. We've got a thank you from Stephen Hackett. Hi, Commander. Oh, actually, no, from Kaylee Sanders. Hi, Commander. I didn't have time to thank you properly after you got us out of the Academy, and Admiral Hackett agreed to send this your way. While my students are out on duty, I'm doing what I can to help with the Crucible. It's an amazing project, more advanced than anything I've ever seen before. Some of my more tech-minded kids are staying back to help out too. Watching them work. It's the future, Commander. This project will inform humans' progress for generations, and they'll have you to thank for it. Alright, well, I'm glad things went well there. Alright, so... yeah, let's go ahead and head into the galaxy map. I think we're going to go for a little bit of a... we're going to go for a little bit of a scoot around the galaxy. Let's just double check. I don't think that there's any... No, I don't think that there's anything for us to find over in this section of the... of the universe. Okay, so back to the mass relay. We should probably try and go ahead and pick up some fuel. That would be ideal. So let's see. The Exodus cluster, I'm pretty sure we could return to. Could try Kite's Nest, Hades Gamma. We also do have a Cerberus lab, which I think we might make our way to, as well as, I believe, the Shrike Abyssal. There was a mission that we picked up from... who was it? Was it a Solarian or an Elcor or something like that? But either way, we'll leave that for now. I think this is a meeting, what do we call it? A meeting with the Turians and Krogan and whatnot. So I think what we'll do is, you know what? We know that there's a fuel station over by the Citadel. We'll fly over there, we'll refuel. And then we'll start making our way around the galaxy. Oh no, turns out there is no fuel depot. That is inconvenient. Alright, anywhere else that is not currently hounded by the Reapers? Not so much. Okay, so you know what? We'll start over here, near the Hades Gamma, and we'll see if we can do a little thievery. Alright, so we have the mass relay here. Ooh, actually, there is definitely something right here for us to collect. I'm not seeing any sources here. Okay, so you know what? We'll fire off one pulse.
I found something.
Okay, hopefully the Reapers aren't... they're kind of aware. Let's investigate and see what we can find. 300 units of fuel? Actually, you know what? That's not bad. Alright, that's not bad. We can maybe do something here. Alright, so we've also got one more asset to recover while we're here. But I think we search for that later. Let's go. Oh, wow. We've got Plutus, Dis, Casus, and something else. I guess we'll go... Let's make our way clockwise. If we're lucky, we'll continue to find some fuel. And, well, yeah, that would be ideal. Alright, so... Do we get any pings? Not really. But as we just discovered before, it will make a sound if we are to fly through or by. Let's go ahead and hit as many of these planets as possible.
Signal confirmed.
Alright, let's see what we can get. So... yeah, it's an old planet that hasn't been mapped. Let's see what we can do. I'm really hoping we can find some more fuel. That would be ideal. What do we find? Let's see. Progress towards our lost and found, and Special Ops Team Zeta. Okay. And 103rd Marine Division. Okay. Well, I suppose that's better than nothing. Not quite the fuel that I was looking for, and that's all of our assets found in this location, so I guess we're going to make our way away from here and evade the Reapers. Yeah, alright. Now, you know what? This could be a little bit dicey with our fuel, but I think... oh, it's perfectly positioned. We'll see if we can find something out here. Hopefully fuel. Alright, again, just trying to do a quick search through these asteroids. See if we can make it give up some secrets without having to drop one of our pulses. Oh, we're right on top of one.
I found something.
Alright, let's quickly investigate before anything gets out of the way. 200 units of fuel is immensely helpful, and then... oh, we're going to retract them, but we'll give it a shot. Oh, enter orbit. Quick. Let's start the scanner. And then anytime this thing's ready, we're going to have to make out of here real fast. Alright, 10,000 credits. I guess that's nice. Oh, and salvage. Huh. Alright, off we go. Oh, and that was 100%.
Successful.
Ooh, okay, close. Let's keep on going around. Again, we'll try and make sure that we have enough fuel, although I'm seeing we are very, very low. Okay. This could be dangerous. We're going to go for... actually, I'm not even sure what happens if we run out of fuel. That is more than a little of a concern. Alright, so we've checked that outer ring of asteroids. Let's make our way into the inner ring. Still no sign. Alright, so we have a planet there. We have space in between. We have another planet up to the top as well. Alright, hang on. Where are the final planets? Okay, back over here. Let's see if we can hit 241. Oh, wait.
Signal confirmed.
We did miss one earlier. Alright, what did we find? We found 200 units of fuel. We'll leave orbit. That's half of everything. Alright, let's scan over here. Okay, no dice. We'll try and find whatever we're looking for. Alright.
Evasion successful.
Evasion successful. Can we... oh, we can't re-enter. That is a pity. Okay. Well, you know what? At least we have enough to fly down to the next location. If it keeps us around, that is ideal. Alright, and more asteroids for us to search. Alright. Kind of curious as to where that last piece of assets was hiding. I don't know, is it a... I don't know. Let's see. No, nothing there. Let's start near the Reapers, or where they're going to pop up. Oh. Alright, so let's see. Let's start our scanner. One thing that would be remarkably helpful is having a button that we could use to, instead of having to click around on the map and fly the Normandy, I'd love to just be able to, yeah, enter and deal with that. Because the problem is, on controller, I think you can use your joystick, whereas you just press A or something like that on Xbox, and you will be, sorted. Come on. These guys are getting quick. Alright, fine. We're gonna run out of fuel. Alright, well, I guess that's as good as we could ask. We're gonna have to try and get to the next location, or maybe just, cruise through. Well, alright, that is handy. We definitely need money. We've got 50% of our assets here. Let's check out... no. Oh, there it is. Alright, we should have just enough time to get back to that mass relay. Let's start the scanner. Oh. Perfect location. More money? Okay, you know what? That's actually really helpful. We need to be able to purchase some fuel, so... that is,
Faster than light jump successful.
time to get out of here. Alright, so good work there in the Hades Gamma. Let's fly to the Kite's Nest. Let's see. We've checked all of those. Yeah, again, really need to find ourselves a fuel depot, otherwise we're in trouble. Alright, so do we find any fuel? I'm doubting it, unfortunately. Let's just try... I guess we'll move roughly here.
Signal confirmed.
Okay, a couple of good hits. 300 units of fuel will do well. Alright, what else have we got? We have another scan. Come on, anytime. Let's not be on the far side of the planet. What do we find? Weapon upgrade kit. Ooh, now that is appreciated. We always do love a good weapon upgrade. Alright, so that's 2 out of 3. They were both over here. My guess is... I don't know. We could possibly scan over here and then scoot off to the right, but unfortunately, we're going to be harassed by the Reapers. Let's see if there's anything close. We do have one. We've got 300 units. Do we reckon we can make this work? Let's see. So if we're 66% of the way through, and that's 40%, that would make me think that if we found one more, that would take us up to 60. I'm guessing there's going to be maybe 2 pieces of salvage or intel over here, and I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that it's fuel. Alright, let's try and play this to the best of our abilities. Again, outsmarting the Reapers is our plan. Alright, just kind of getting an idea. No? No sign of that. Oh. Was it the planet or was there something else nearby? Alright, that'll have to do. Let's move down towards the emptiness over here. No dice?
I found something.
Alright, that's good but not quite good enough. That's 100 units of fuel. Oh, quick. Enter orbit. No. You guys are moving way too fast. Oh, and it didn't quite work. Okay. So that's the problem there. We flew over the planet. If we had the right spot, we could have hit the button.
I found something.
But I guess we'll just, I don't know, use our foreknowledge here, because realistically, I don't feel like it's cheating in this regard. The fact is, if we had hit the button, if we had the enter button or something for us to gain access to it, would be fine. But, yeah. It's just one of those things that, maybe we should move over to controller. You know what? Maybe I'll do that in a future episode. I won't do that right now. We'll go ahead and leave orbit here. That's everything. Yeah, maybe on a future episode when I know we're going to be doing a bit of scanning, I will play on controller just so we have the best odds possible of finding whatever it is that we're looking for. Alright, so either way, let's go ahead and we'll scan over here. Oh, we found the thing immediately. That is excellent. And now we can get out of here as well. Alright, so what did we find? A citadel. Pillars of strength. Okay. And it looks like some kind of monument, or I don't know, maybe it could be like ancient Asari writings or something, you know, the matriarch writings from the first game. You never know. Alright, but that's Kite's Nest sorted. Let's move. Can we move back to the Exodus cluster? Well, we're about to find out one way or the other. Alright, so 100% here. We've got to go over to Asgard. That is a far way away. We definitely don't have the fuel. Alright, well then, I guess we're going to have to make our way back here at a later date once we find some fuel. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump once again. Let's head to the Apian Crest. We're going to leave the Anos Basin for now. Let's work our way towards Minos Wasteland. Alright, and a nice little location here. I reckon we just go ahead and we ping near these planets.
Signal confirmed.
I'm guessing there's not going to be much more than this. Let's go ahead and see what we find. Let's see, what do we got? Okay, more money. I am very much okay with this. Alright, 50% of our assets? Oh, okay, fine. Must be somewhere over here. No? Oh, investigate. Excellent. And now 200 units of fuel. Okay, see, that's where I really hate it. We can absolutely get to the mass relay safely. It is not a
Signal confirmed.
it is not a cheesy thing what we were doing there. We could have got out of there. So we're just going to have to go ahead and accept that that is the case. Yeah, a little bit frustrating. You know what? I do wonder. Alright, so there's the money that we know about. If we fly over here, can I try the spacebar? No. Pressing enter will not do anything. Okay. I guess there's no other choice but to press the button. Alright, well either way, that's some units of fuel, which is very, very delightful. That's all of our assets recovered. Let's just keep on moving on. Yeah, my frustration can be fixed in the next episode. We'll be fine. Oh, and apparently we cannot jump wherever that is, but there is a location. Okay, so let's head to the Shrike Abyssal. We'll make sure that we pick up the artifact that we are looking for. And let's see, do we have far to travel if there's anything else? Okay, so there's the Erla Rust. I reckon we might be able to make it there, but we're going to quickly exit for a second. I'm going to double check our journal. So, not the Pillars of Strength. Oh, it's a Batarian artifact. Okay, well, Batarians don't really like us too much after the, after we destroyed a mass relay, but you know what, that's fine. We'll go ahead and find, where is it? Yeah, the Prothean obelisk. Where is this? A Volus diplomat needs the Prothean obelisk. Recover it from the Abyssal and find it. Give it to him at the Citadel Embassy. Okay, so it doesn't say where exactly it is located. Alright, well, I suppose then if that's the case... Actually, you know what? Give me a minute. What we're going to do is we're going to... Yeah, we're going to stay where we are for a second. And you know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and try out that controller idea. I've had enough of things not working. So I'll be back in 1 second when I have that plugged in. Okay, so back on the game and plugging in a controller, I think, has, yeah, here we go. We can go ahead and enter orbit with a button press. That is going to be a far better way of doing it. We can scan with one, we can land with the other. Alright, this is what I was looking for. Let's go ahead and quickly scoot our way to the edge of the system. I reckon we can make it to the Expanse and back, so let's go ahead and start flying our way across. And I forgot that the game does give you a little bit of a rumble as you are floating around. Alright, so we've got a few planets out here. Let's go ahead and...
I found something.
There we go. We can easily locate where we need to be. That is so much nicer. Alright, quality of life is fantastic. That is such a nice improvement. Alright, what do we find? A Prothean obelisk. That is probably what we need, I am assuming. 50% of assets. Let's see. Pinging anything out over here? Oh. We need fuel. Okay, you know what? Maybe we're going to get a little bit cheesy here. We're going to quickly disappear. We're going to enter the system once more. We're going to ping everything we can and hope that we can keep on giving them the runaround. Okay, what about down here? No?
Faster than light jump successful.
Alright, we're just making very small hops and bounds. But apparently it is quite irritating to the Reapers.
Evasion successful.
Huh. How on earth have we not picked up whatever it is that we are looking for?
Reapers eluded.
It's not on the same location that we've already been. Oh, there it is. Alright, excellent. We'll come back and scan for that.
Faster than light jump successful.
Because again, it's not like we have the fuel, so we have to try these shenanigans. Okay.
Evasion successful.
Let's just keep on
Reapers eluded.
pinging.
Faster than light jump successful.
Come on.
Evasion successful.
Uh-oh.
Reapers eluded. Faster than light jump successful.
Alright, let's give it a second.
Evasion successful. Reapers eluded.
Hey, there we go. Alright, that's what we needed. And we have fuel, 300 units. Hip hip huzzah. That is enough for us to get out of Dodge. Let's go.
Faster than light jump successful.
Alright. Well, I guess a couple of random FTL jumps is enough to keep the Reapers at bay, and it was enough time for us to get that fuel. So, let's go ahead and head back down. And, oh. There we go. Looks like the analog stick has got a little bit stuck, but that's okay.
Signal confirmed.
Yeah, I'm sure that will sort itself out as I use the controller a bit. It's been some time since I have used an Xbox controller for my PC. It's a little bit sad. Alright, 10,000 credits in salvage is delightful. Assets are almost sorted. Oh, actually, that sounded... No? Oh, there it is. Let's go ahead and pick up the final piece. Oh, and there was actually fuel hanging around. Alright, well... Oh well. Ample motivation to do what we needed anyway. That is everything sorted there, and that should lead us to Sigurd's Cradle. Yeah, nothing else is open. So I guess that'll have to do. Alright, and now we can start dealing with a Cerberus lab, but do we want to go ahead and handle anything here first? I don't know, it's pretty vast. Let's maybe drop one... Oh, that didn't show us much of anything. Alright, and I don't think we're going to... You know, we'll fire one more pulse.
I found something.
Alright, I don't know if that's going to be fantastic, but we're going to go ahead and start the scanner nonetheless. Hopefully the Reapers are not going to hear what we did. Oh, Javelin missile launchers. Okay, well that's handy. Yeah, so hopefully it should push up the... Oh, the alertness is actually less than I thought. Maybe it's like a random amount. That is possible. Alright, so... I guess we could drop a ping in the center. We could maybe... Oh, wow, this place is fairly large. Yeah, we could either go off to the center, off up over here, but again... Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll fire it off. Is it a planet up over here? Where on earth are we even looking? Alright, well, you know what? We're just going to have to go ahead and... oh, there it is. Please be fuel. Yes, it is. 200 units. Alright, and now we can get out of here, head to... Yeah, head halfway across the map. Alright, burning through fuel. Let's quickly try and coast, and that will have to be good enough. Alright, so there is the cradle. We'll go ahead and we'll drop one ping here.
Signal confirmed.
Just to make sure that there's nothing unexpected. Because again, you never know with Cerberus. If they think that they're going to lose their place, they might be willing to alert the Reapers just to spite us. Alright, and that does indeed leave us with Sanctum, with the Cerberus lab. Alright, so you know what we'll do? I reckon we go ahead and... do we land and start to deal with this and call it partway through? You know what? Just give me 1 second and I'll, yeah, I just gotta think about what I want to do. Okay, so I am back. I have had a brief discussion with my oven and it says my dinner is still a good half hour off. So you know what? I reckon we go ahead and we play the mission. So we're going to go ahead and head down to Sanctum. So Sanctum is proof of the old space adage, just because it's a garden world doesn't mean it's a picnic. Freezing ice storms cover the poles and temperate zones, leaving a narrow strip of habitable land at the equator. Dry but windy, this area is home to Sanctum's minimal terrestrial plant life. The planet has yet to develop land-based animals, although invertebrates grow quite large in its pelagic seas. Mining, referred to as ice cracking at anywhere but the equator, is a common employment on Sanctum. The planet is rich in platinum and palladium deposits as well as boron, which is locally used in semiconductor doping. Yes, I do believe we have flown here before when we were on in Mass Effect 1. Travel advisory. Piracy is at a 14-year global high on Sanctum. Visitors should take appropriate security precautions. Yes, I definitely remember this place. But either way, let's go ahead and land and see what trouble we can cause for Cerberus. So, let's go ahead and bring out our new friend here. I do not believe we have upgraded any of his skills, so let's make sure that he does make it onto the squad. And then... who else do we bring? You know what? James hasn't had a mission in quite some time. Alright, as for our weapon upgrades... oh right, we did pick up some, but either way, we'll see how we go. Honestly, I understand why the particle rifle is pretty good, but at the same time too, I feel like I prefer the good old Avenger. It is very... I feel like it's more my tempo. Alright, so what else have we got? So we've got assault mods. We've also got weapon stability. That is very nice. And then what else? Accuracy as well. Things that I do prefer. In fact, I'm almost tempted. Maybe we go for the stability and we go for the armor piercing. I think that's probably the best overall. Ammunition, it's not exactly scarce in this game, so I think that that's okay for now. That'll also save us a whole stack of weight. The Mantis or the Viper. Yeah, we're going for the heavy hitter here. Although, you know, technically we should make sure that our weapons are modified. Extra accuracy, help aims through smoke. Ooh, that's good. Sniper damage and capacity. Let's go. Increase damage by 5%. Speeds perception by 25. Yeah, the concentration mod could actually be decent. And then let's throw on the... what do we want? Extra damage? I don't know, I feel like the capacity might almost be better than the damage, because overall it's going to give us more shots and a greater overall amount of damage. But that said though, let's bring out the Mantis. And what have we got here? We have concentration mod as well as the extra damage. I think this one, that does pretty good. Let's maybe go for that smoke. Yeah, the enhanced scope. I feel like that's pretty good. And then, yeah, the perception's not bad either. Although realistically, I think, given our skills, maybe we do leave it with the, yeah, let's go with the barrel extension and accuracy and all that. We've always got our adrenaline rush if we really want to make sure that we hit a target particularly hard. As for our shotguns, do we want to bring one along with us? Well, there's the eviscerator. You know, let's just make sure that these things are appropriately modded. There we go. And then we can do a comparison. Alright, so there's the scimitar, there's the katana. All of these are actually going to weigh us down quite a bit. Yeah, look, you know what, for now, let's just stay without one. And you know what, we'll bring along a pistol just in case we can be bothered. No extra modifications there, that'll be fine. We do have some more for our SMGs. Let's maybe go... Ooh, not using the thermal clip. Okay, you know what? That seems good. We'll go for this. Honestly, the weight on this thing is particularly low. We've got extra to spare. That is fine by me. Alright, so that is us sorted. Let's go ahead and... I feel like it would be a little bit rude to not give Javik his weapons. So we'll go ahead and we'll give that to him. Let's go ahead and throw on the... Stability's not a real issue. Let's go with the extra magazine size. And then maybe armor piercing? Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, make that a bit more effective. As for his pistol, let's go ahead and give him the basics. That will be fine. And then we have James. Let's go ahead and... Of course, we have not modded all of his other weapons. Let's throw on... all of those. Again, I'd prefer high damage with him if possible. But again, we will see how that plays out. Alright, so the scimitar's damage is less. And then this one is more. Alright, then I guess he's getting the eviscerator. That will be fine. Okay. Point-wise, we don't have any extra progress for us. James can go for the Arms Master. Well, that would mean health mate, squad and shields and armor, or a huge amount for him. You know what, I reckon we just give everybody a buff. Overall, that's probably going to be more than him getting a superior upgrade. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. And then for Javik, let's go ahead with the Vengeful Ancient. His abilities are going to be... yeah, we'll definitely make sure that he has those. So what have we got? Shield and health. Power damage. Okay, what have we got? We have Slam, Grenades, and Dark Channel. What is Dark Channel? Plague an opponent with persistent damaging biotic field. Ooh. Effect transfers to a second if the first is killed. Length depends on the duration. One field may be active at a time. Okay, you know what? That sounds like a thing we want to upgrade. Let's go ahead and increase the power damage by 40%. That is quite scary. Weapon damage by 20 or powers. Ooh. And then we have squad mate powers or shields. I reckon we just go full power on the... Yeah, let's go full power. Let's just max out all of this stuff there for everybody. I'd much rather the power damage and duration and force rather than the shielding. Let's make sure that everyone hits really, really hard. Go ahead and make sure that we have all of the basics, just so we have a full repertoire of skills. And then I think we go with maybe the Dark Channel. Recharge speed. Yeah, the recharge takes a while. Let's go ahead and boost that up a bit. Increase the damage as well, which would be very scary. 30% or an extra 40 seconds. You know what? This is more of a damage over time. Let's go for the 40% duration, and that means we can at least Yeah, the recharge speed, it's as nice as it is. I think we go for the length of thing, because again, if we target a really heavy enemy, it's not like it's going to die straight away. It's more of an assistive thing. Let's go ahead and pick up the power duration. That'll be fine. And then from there, let's go with maybe the lift grenade. Yeah, we'll increase that capacity there. The damage is phenomenal. And then I guess since we've only got so many points, let's go with slam over pull. Let's see, recharge speed, not terrible. Slam, you know what, that's fine. We'll just take that. Alright, well, that will be good enough for now. Let's go ahead and confirm and see what Cerberus is hiding.
Commander, I've got a hail from Admiral Hackett.
Put him through, Lieutenant.
Shepard, we've uncovered a secret Cerberus lab, function unknown. We sent in a recon team, but they were forced to pull out before they got very far.
Any other intel?
We think they're using the facility to warehouse and study Reaper tech. We've been wondering how Cerberus is connected to the Reapers, and this might give us some answers.
We're on it.
Find out what Cerberus is doing and get me any Reaper tech samples you can, Commander. Hack it out.
On my way.
Alright, so, we're gonna have to pick up some artifacts, that's fine. I guess if they are trying to work on, controlling the Reapers, it's probably expected that they're doing such things. Alright. Oh, looks like there's already a firefight beginning. Let's just quickly make sure that our weapons are appropriately modified, as in, Inferno ammo. And then... yeah, there we go. That'll be fine. Let's go ahead and, let's see. Let's maybe give James his shotgun. Actually, oh, wait a second. That was Carnage, not incendiary ammo. Whoopsie daisies. Yeah, alright. Let's move up. There we are. And I got to admit, as much as I love laser weaponry, the clickety-clack of my Avenger is, well, it's hard to say no to. Alright, let's surprise these two here with a grenade. Oh, let's take cover. Alright, very nice. Alright, what else do we see? Well, we hear plenty of alarms. Oh, what's going on? You're not allowed to do that. Alright, I see the tiny little artifact. Let's pick up the credits though. Again, funding Cerberus doesn't have, the better. Okay, well before we pick that up, which could cause all sorts of trouble, let's just see that we have cleared out what we can. Containment system, yeah, let's hold off for a second. We have another one over here. Okay, noted, so there's at least two of them. Again, the only reason why I'm being cautious about picking them up is because I'm sure there's going to be some kind of alarm. Yeah, oh, journal entry. Okay, that's what we're after. From a personal log from C. Talavi. Finally here. Wow, the troops here are really intense. No one smiles, ever. And suicide on capture orders? Seriously? They call training interrogation. I start being interrogated tomorrow. Can't wait. Yikes. Okay, that's a pretty full-on initiation into a new job. Not sure I'd be signing up for it, though. Alright, more credits. That's good. Yeah, everything else seems to be clear. We've got some grenades hanging around just in case. Okay. Definitely in for a firefight. We may as well get this started and get going from there. So, let's start... ooh, with a failed Medigel experiment. Okay.
only lead to metagel advances for Hanar. Only Cerberus would call that a failure.
Okay, well that's potentially useful. Let's go... Oh, hang on a second. Come on, fellas, let me through. Alright, I couldn't see a containment thing for that one, so I guess we'll just start with the ones that we know. Let's go ahead and start bypassing this thing and see how this all plays out. Alright.
That's weird looking. Guess we found it.
Got the sample.
Roger that. Meet you at the landing pad.
Meet you at the landing pad? Hang on a second. Can we pick up another one before we do this? I feel like it's probably wiser to do this all at once. No, we don't have a choice. Okay, fine. So be it. I guess we'll just have to do what we must. Alright, so that's a level up.
Locating, Commander. Nav point updated.
Good work.
Alright, pick up one down over there, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get rid of that engineer. Oh. Oh wait, that's James. Sorry, buddy. Alright, let's go ahead and clear these guys out. Oh, hang on a second, are we getting flanked? Maybe not. Yeah, where are you? Alright, you know, let's just start bypassing. If more enemies want to... Oh!
There is no doubt. That's Reaper technology.
Cortez, second sample secured. Heading back to you now.
Negative, Commander. Pad got hot. Have to plug out. Got 3 birds on my 6. Taking fire. Scratch that. Make it 4. We'll rendezvous when I can. Out.
Okay, well,
We
it
just need
sounds...
to hold out until Cortez can pick us up.
Give a chance to kill more Cerberus.
Stay tight. This could get rough.
Alright. Let's deal with you. Oh, let's see. Hang on. Someone was back there for sure. A little bit of incendiary working out nicely. Let's go. There we go. Still getting some headshots. Looks
Stay
like that's...
focused. This isn't over yet.
Looks like that stabilizer's working out well. Alright, let's go ahead and outflank them. I don't think that they are aware that we know about this.
Cortez, do you copy? What's your status?
Engaging multiple targets.
Lieutenant!
Last stand, Commander?
Just stay focused and keep at it.
Alright, no mechs or anything. That's at least something. Maybe we should have brought the shotgun. But either way, we'll be alright. I have faith. Alright, no one up there. Oh. Alright, let's race on down. Oh. Alright, sucks to be you. Where's the other guy? Did he go around the corner? No, that's a friendly. Whoops. Alright, that'll work.
Cortez, do you copy?
He is likely dead.
He'll make it. Let's just keep the landing pad clear.
Alright, I guess we gotta go ahead and clear that. Looks like our friends are out flanking.
Coming in hot. Be ready.
Heading for extraction point now.
Oh, actually, you know what? I don't think I've ever realized that that heavy melee actually cuts through shields like that. That is very nice. Oh, hang on a second. Let's not round that corner just yet. Oh, hang on. Let's take cover for a second.
Ready?
Let's throw a grenade. That's a good way.
For pickup.
Almost there.
Ah, and there's a turret all the way back there. That would explain a lot of nuisance. Oh. Alright, you know what? That'll do it. Do we just leave, or can we pick up another one? Hang on a second. Let's see if we can pick up another artifact. Oh, credits we almost missed. That's a bad thing. Come on, quickly now. Let's see if we can get some more XP or some money. Alright, that's already sorted. We'll double check down here once more just to be safe. Yeah, alright. Looks like we're only taking a couple of samples here. I guess too much could be a danger of indoctrination.
Commander, we've got our best engineers looking at the Reaper tech you secured from that lab.
What was Cerberus doing with it?
We don't know yet, but whatever Cerberus is up to, it can't be good. Even if we can't determine its purpose, we've disrupted their experiments.
I doubt they'll just close up shop.
Agreed. We'll keep sending strikes against the facility. Good work, Commander.
Actually, you know what? I reckon all of those extra ones are for harder levels of difficulty. We'd have to extract more samples. But that is still not bad for us. Alright, so again, Alliance, we're slowly getting stronger. We've got the 103rd Marine Division. That is excellent. That is all of the new additions there. The Crucible now has Javelin missile launchers. Okay, apparently Javelin missiles release dark energy upon impact. This creates devastating time-space disruptions, magnified warp fields that strip away a target's molecular bonds. Even the strongest kinetic barriers will eventually collapse after multiple impacts from these rockets. Alliance R&D commandeered several colony factories and now produces enough Javelin missile launchers for all the dreadnoughts in the Allied fleet. Okay, well, I guess that means we can protect the Crucible. Ex-Cerberus. We have some research data. Okay, well, that is very, very delightful. Let's go ahead and I think what we'll do is we'll quickly make our way over to Liara's, what do we call it? The lab? Or her setup? We'll see if we can use some of the intel. Because again, we picked up some on one of our missions, so it's best to try and get that upgrade as early as possible. And then I think we will make our way towards the Citadel, because we now have a fair few things to drop off. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what goodies we can collect. And we'll see
Excellent find,
what else we can go
Commander.
with.
The information network terminal has been updated.
Okay, so what do we have? A weapon upgrade kit. Okay, this field kit can be used for a one-time upgrade to a variety of weapons to increase ammo capacity or the potential damage dealt. Schematics have been scanned into the Normandy's onboard computers. Okay, what do we go for? Weapon damage or ammo capacity? I do love weapon damage. That is a thing. It makes your ammo last longer. And realistically, it's not like we're horrendous on the accuracy front. I think we go for weapon damage. Yeah, let's just go ahead and pick up the weapon damage. I think that's ideal. Alright, so an extra 5% to shields, an extra 5% discount, as well as weapon damage. Nothing too shabby. And we've also got a fair chunk of change if we feel it necessary to purchase anything. Speaking of which, let's just double check and see what Liara has been doing. Some more Prothean notes. Entry number 2. I'm not sure what to make of Javik. I approached him while we were travelling to a different system, but he wasn't very inclined to talk. What little he does say concerns the Reapers and our possible failure. Is he simply a soldier mourning his people, or is it a fundamental difference in our cultures? And a call from Kaylee Sanders to Jack. Jack says, "Hey Sanders, checking in on the kids. How are they?" Well, they're all good. This is going to be long. I kind of have things to do. As Sanders replies, I wanted to tell you I persuaded some Alliance friends to part with that biotic amp you and the children were testing at Grissom. You can pick it up on the Citadel. Wow, one of the L3X1s? You know how much I could tear up with one of those installed? Yeah, I had an idea. Look after yourself. Okay, and thanks. Alright, so note to self, we might be able to pick up one of those as well for some of our crew members. That could be handy. And then another message from Kaylee to Anderson. David, you won't get this for a while, but unless you find an extranet connection working on Earth, I've made it to this weapon that we're building. The device isn't even halfway complete, and it's the most breathtakingly complicated piece of technology I've ever seen. I wish you could see this thing we're creating. It gives me hope. Take care, for my sake. Alright, well that's nice to hear that he's got some emotional support there, but that is where we're going to call things for today. We're going to go ahead and see what trouble we can get up to in the next one. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.